Back to school is here, and with all the cost of this time of year, you may be feeling the heat. Well, Premier Heating and Air is here to cool things down with great savings and rebates starting at $1,000 on a new heating and air system. Plus, you can choose from a free gift of a Wi-Fi thermostat, UV light, or a $100 Visa gift card. Also, Premier's $59 service call includes the first pound of Freon free. Visit PremierHeatingandAir.com and experience the Premier difference, a locally owned and operated company.
Welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm here with head coach and district athletic director of Dublin High School, Roger Holmes. Coach, here we go, kicking off another season. I believe this is going to be your 24th season here at Dublin High School.
Yeah, man, time flies when you're having fun, right?
And, a bit of history here for folks out there. Coach Holmes, I believe, is in second right now at 24 seasons as an active GHSA coach. The only person ahead of him is going to be our buddy Alan Chadwick up there at Marist with 41 years active coaching.
At Marist.
At Marist. Yeah, but Coach
That's
Holmes,
amazing.
Yeah.
When you look at 24 and know that's been a long time, to think that Coach Chadwick has been at Marist High School for 41 years as a head coach is really unbelievable. But gosh, what a great man he is, and the program he runs at Marist is second to nobody's.
Right, and I believe you're tied with, I'll go ahead and I think it's Coach Kelly over at Glasscock County. I think he's been over there 24 years, but nevertheless, we're glad to have you back again. 24 years here at Dublin High School is amazing. You've had some tremendous teams through the years. We'll go back last year. Look at last year's teams. I think we were 14-1, maybe another region championship.
13-1.
13-1. Made it to the quarterfinals of the state championship.
Semifinals. Lost to Toombs in the semis here.
Lost to Toombs County right here in the semifinals, and great football team, pretty much well loaded with talent. We lost a three-year quarterback, Micah O'Neill. Zay Boss to get one of our backs, Willie Batts, both 1,000-yard ground gainers last year, Coach.
You're about to make me start crying. Lord help.
We lost a lot of some really, really talented football players that got us to that spot. And, kudos for what we've done in the past, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at what have you done for me lately.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the business that we're in. And, it was a great run last year. You mentioned some of those skilled kids we lost, but we lost Sirius Toveridge and Day Woodard, big baby Brennan McLeod at center that had been a 3-year starter for us, and Antoine Hudson, who was phenomenal, and just several people that carried our football team are no longer with us. So that's what high school football is all about, is trying to develop talent, not rebuild, but try to reload. But and that's our goal. But this year for us right now is one of those just big, huge question marks as we go into this season.
Right. I know you went over to the Exchange Club out at the Country Club and talked with that group out there. You've done a couple of shows on the radio, and it seems like that's kind of where we are. In your offense, you run a certain scheme. Everybody knows what you're going to do, but it's very, very synchronized. We've got a lot of young kids coming up, and are we going to be able to get them there?
Well, I think so. I don't know how quickly we can, but you get better every day if you go to the practice field and you practice with a purpose, and we're having to learn to do that. You don't just go out and put in your time. You have to practice for a purpose, and
every team's different.
We've got so many unfamiliar starters. You know, they were on the team and they were participating. And, you know, our JV teams lost one ball game in 3 years. And actually, it was the first JV game of the year 3 years ago. We lost on the last minute of the game to Swainsboro.
We did.
So, you know, we've got a good nucleus of football players returning. They're just not experienced. They're having to learn to deal with, a lot of times when you're a backup or a third teamer, you're getting coached, but it's not the finer points. Everybody's trying to teach you the big things, you know.
Right.
And now, as you get into the role where you've got to be a starter, then you've got to hone in on all those finer details, and that's kind of where we are.
Yeah, we lost a lot of kids. There are not a lot of kids coming back that started last year or had playing time last year. Offensively and defensively, you know, you may have 2 or 3 kids back.
Well, there's a few more than maybe we might think. When we look at offense, Tamaj Carswell's returning. He was our starting left tackle last year, but we'd moved him to right guard. We had our right guard returning, and Jaden O'Neal, who went into the season as a backup, and then Kamari McCray hurt his elbow in the first series of the Swainsboro game. So Jaden's returning, and he's still at guard. DeMarquio Walden was a starter for us all year last year at right tackle. We had moved him to center. Right now we've pushed him back out to tackle with Mandarian Stanley, who was a starter for us defensively last year. Right now he's a two-way starter in that offensive line. You know,
so you've got a lot of kids actually that play, but we're having to learn new positions.
Move some guys around, trying to fit it in there best. John Oliver played a lot for us last year.
Yes,
right
he did.
now, him and Blake Lukey are working at the left tackle. Jalen Doherty and Jaden O'Neal are working at the left guard. Matthias Baker, who's not really played a whole lot for us. He's moved into that backup role at center. He's not the big old lineman that everybody would love to have in that position, but he knows how to play the game. And we feel confident that if we need to go with Matthias at center, well, he can do the job for us. A very bright kid. Deontay Walker is a big, huge body that right now is starting for us in the defensive line. And he's also working at tackle. And then we're returning Quan Lovett, who you could have called a starting tight end last year as much as he played. But he's returning at tight end, and right now he's got backed up by Zion Porter and Will Harris. So, you know, we're pretty good there. The big question mark that everybody always wants to know in Dublin, well, who's going to be the quarterback? And
right, yeah.
If you went back and found our show from last year and we were talking about Mike O'Neill, and I just talked about how valuable it was to be able to have a quarterback coming back, what is going to be his 3rd year as your starter. Jeff Davis has won the position coming out of fall camp. He'll be our starting quarterback Friday night in the scrimmage. And he's been a consistent backup for us, but he hasn't played a lot because Michael O'Neill was able to stay healthy. Bennett Lake is back with us.
Right.
Bennett's working at quarterback along with Rylan Yates as the number 2 QB. That hasn't really worked itself out totally yet. I would say Rylan right now is ahead simply because Bennett fractured or broke a leg in spring practice, and it shut him down most of spring and over half of the summer. So just getting caught up for him. But we're moving him around a little bit, trying to work Bennett some as a running back.
Talented
using him in the secondary, using him in the special teams. He's got to be a contributor for us, but right now he's probably still at about 80%. Before we take a break, I'll hit the kicking game part. We feel very fortunate there, and we've got Uric Andrews and Ethan Spivey both back.
Stronger, both of them.
And they both had good, solid years for us last year, and then we've got both our long snappers back. So anytime you're punting or doing PAT field goals, having Jeff Davis and Will Wallace back as long snappers, we feel good in that role. But, you know, a lot of questions on both sides of the ball. Probably be a good time to take a break, and we'll come back and talk about the defense a little bit.
We'll take a break, we'll come back, and we'll talk about some more Dublin football.
Natural gas all over town.
Get yourself a natural gas tankless water heater and save space.
And have endless hot water.
Natural gas is more efficient than electricity.
And it's lighter than air.
When you install natural gas appliances,
You can get rebates up to $1,500.
The City of Dublin will finance you up to $10,000.
For 60 months at 0% interest.
Use natural gas for all your outdoor cooking.
it's a luxury.
We're on call 24/7.
You'll call us and we'll be there.
Whether you're building a home or starting a business, City of Dublin Natural Gas has you covered.
We serve commercial and residential gas all across town.
Yeah. Finish the drill with natural gas. Call your gas guys.
At 478-277-5048.
Since we were founded, the Houston Clinic has sought to provide the most advanced orthopedic services available to men, women, and children of all ages and all walks of life. And today, Dr. Gay and Dr. Richter continue the tradition of service in the Lawrence County communities. From our sports teams through every facet of this community, the Houston Clinic is not only proud to serve you, we deem it an honor. The Houston Clinic, 100 Medical Drive, Suite 400, in Dublin.
Mid-State Pools and Spas is Middle Georgia's most trusted pool builder. Whether it's in-ground or above, you can count on Mid-State Pools and Spas for all your pool needs, including outdoor furniture. From pool chairs to patio furniture, Mid-State Pools and Spas carries Telescope and Polly's Island. So call or come in today to Mid-State Pools and Spas. Now open Monday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 1.
You better get up early if you want to beat a deal from Dublin Chevy GMC. With discounts up to $10,000 and special financing rates as low as 0%, the Roosters aren't the only ones crowing about our deals. And remember, if you're happy with your car or truck, take advantage of our award-winning GM Certified Service Department for all your maintenance or service needs. Hey, thanks Middle Georgia for helping Dublin GMC be a 2024 GMC Mark of Excellence Trophy Award winner. Come in and beat the heat here at Dublin Chevy GMC.
Introducing Kubota's Z200 series mowers with the new K-Ride comfort system. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 1.99% APR for up to 48 months.
Products you can count on, a name you can trust. That's Mid-State Tractor and Equipment.
And we're back with some more Dublin football. Coach, let's talk about some of the, I guess, the defensive side of the ball maybe a little bit. Some of the guys we got there, what you're looking like defensive wide, linebacker, backfield, safeties, that kind of thing. Everybody's always interested in the defensive side of the ball too. That's what wins you football games.
Well, you can't win championships without being a good defensive football team. Now, the game of football has changed so much since when I first started, which was 45 years ago. There used to be that old saying that defense wins championships. Well, in today's game of football, you can't win a championship without being good on defense, but you're going to have a game or two where if you didn't score over 30 points, you were going to get beat. People's offenses are just that explosive right now, and so you got to play good defense. And for us, the strength of our football team should be our defensive front four in our 4-3.
I think so.
We've got a lot of depth at that position, a lot of experience. Jalen Doherty is returning as a defensive end along with Quan Lovett. Quantavious is exceptional. I think
two leaders there.
I think he's one that can keep our streak going. Every kid that's played 5 technique for us since I've been at Dublin, if they've played it for at least their senior year, they went on to play at the next level. And Quan's got that ability. Blake Lukey is backing up at defensive end. Pat Caldwell is an explosive player who's done a lot of good things for us.
Played some last year and did well.
Yep, and we're also kind of hybriding Jaden O'Neal, that offensive guard. We're kind of working him as a linebacker and a defensive end. So there's 5 of them, and Isaiah Red, another senior, and Tamaj Carswell. Well, Tamaj has moved inside now, but we've got 6 bodies there at defensive end that have got some experience and can help you. At D-tackle, Mandarian Stanley, I mentioned Deontay Walker, John Oliver, DeMarquio Walden, Tamaj Carswell, Elijah McDowell.
We should be strong there.
You're not going to have to play somebody till they can't chase the ball anymore. We've got good depth. We can get people in and out of the game. And Ben Turner coaches those D-tackles and takes an enormous amount of pride, and they're doing a great job. Don Vandy Griff coaches the defensive ends, and they've just done a phenomenal job. Linebacker was depleted.
Right.
Our 3 starters and our number 1 backup have all graduated. That's probably the largest question mark of all. Zion Porter and Zion Mitchell are kind of the 2 Sam linebackers. They go to the strong side. Both of them are making progress. They're not 10-game ready yet,
right,
but they're getting better. Will Harris, a sophomore, he's playing for us right now at middle linebacker. Jaden McCray is our number 2 Mike linebacker, but he hurt an ankle this week, so we're not sure, and that's why we kind of talked about a few minutes ago. Kurt Norris, a freshman, is getting some reps in there at middle linebacker, and again, Jaden O'Neal, kind of a swing guy that might play some defensive end. At will linebacker right now, we've got a senior Dorian Carcamo that's leading the pack for us right now at that will linebacker.
He should have a good year.
We're hoping he does. And then you've got Rylan Yates and Dontavius Cannon, who's our starting fullback. Those 2 guys are alternating in that number 2 spot at the will backer. Now you got to go to the back end, and that's scary this year because I really think our region, if I could tab it as anything, it's the year of the quarterback.
Right.
There are some tremendous athletes that can throw the football coming out this year in our region, and it's going to be extremely important for us to be sound in the secondary. We're returning a 14-game starter at weak corner in Trav Bostic, who's also one of our top running backs. Another young man got a lot of playing time last year in the secondary that made a lot of improvements and starting at free safety for us right now. And Ja'Carrion Jones.
Right.
Jamarcus Knight is our starting strong safety right now, and J-Man plays some running back for us, but he's got a little bit of a nagging injury that he's going to be able to play through, we think, but I think it can be a factor for him throughout the course of the year. And then at the strong corner over there right now, you've got Kai Young and Bennett Lake. Like we said, Bennett missed so much time with that broken leg, and he's back. But right now, Kai is holding it down. Will Wallace
had a good year last year.
Yeah, Kai's a physical kid now. He's going to give you everything he's got, and he's going to play hard, and that's very important to have that. Now, a young man that's kind of come out of nowhere is a 9th grader. His name is Matthew Batts. Matthew is a tremendous player at the middle school, and he's backing up right now at free safety, and is above his age. Right. And his physicality, and he plays with a lot of instincts. And I look for him to be a factor as a true 9th grader out there
football IQ.
Helping us out. So Ty Salter and Gabe Carcamo are also battling for some playing time.
Will Wallace
back there
in there.
Second. Will Wallace has strong safety. So, we've got a lot of names. but they're unproven. But come Friday night, we get the first scrimmage of the year here with Hawkinsville at 7:30, and
Shamrock Bowl.
Some of those question marks will get bigger, and some of those question marks may go away. You know, these guys, they're trying to gain our confidence and their teammates' confidence, what they do out on the field when there's not a coach in their ear reminding them.
Right. Coach, before we take another break, I want to flip back to the other side of the ball. We did not talk about running backs.
They're all new.
We talked about quarterbacks, and we know we've got, Jefferson Davis has been in the waiting.
Yep.
A very intelligent young man, proven.
The great fact with him is right now, he's the valedictorian in his class.
Right.
Now, whether he can hold on to that through his senior year or not, but it's always great to have a two-sport athlete, a football and baseball player, that also handles his classroom responsibilities along with all those other things. So to have someone on your football team right now going into their senior year that's leading the valedictorian race says a lot about him as a person and his character.
I believe we've got Trav Bostic back.
Yeah, big play threat. He was a starter, and he's a big play threat. He's very comfortable with everything that we do in the offense. He's backed up right now, like we said, by Willie Batts, a freshman. At fullback, Dontavius Cannon has all the tools we need to be a great fullback. And if it stays in that frame of mind, he's got to do better with his ball security, taking care of the football, and he's just got to lock in and not let the game get too big and make mental mistakes.
Fullback's a big position in your offense.
Yeah, and Zion Mitchell, another junior that's got a lot of physicality. We mentioned him at linebacker. I think he's got a chance to have a good year at fullback. And then over at the wingback spot right now, you've got Jamarcus Knight and Dorian Carcamo that are battling. You know, we've already mentioned Kai Young is in the mix. We're using Bennett Lake some in those running back positions. Jaden McCray is working at fullback. So there's a lot of numbers, but they're all unproven.
Right. But you got a stable, I'll say, of running backs back there. We just got to get them out there and let them prove themselves. Be a good time, Coach. We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk about the scrimmage game, tickets, and that kind of thing.
Perfect.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin & Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From Moen to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin & Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
Hi, I'm Perry Williamson, and we've been baking here at Williamson's Bakery since 1927. In 1965, my grandfather, Merle Williamson, hung our name on this bakery. Ever since then, people have been stopping in for the Williamson's tradition. We invite you to do the same here at 1634 Veterans Boulevard, or catch us on Facebook, or just come get you some.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and cooling unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new Amana, offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Call Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff at Allen's Heating and Cooling, your Amana dealer. Amana lasts and lasts and lasts. Friendly Gus is fuel-good food. Whether you're grabbing a quick cup of coffee on your way to work or filling up for a big road trip, Friendly Gus will be there to make sure you have what you need. Check out our lineup of specials now. Any size iced tea for just $1.69, a 3-piece dark combo or 2-piece pork chop combo for $7.99. And with over 20 locations, a Friendly Gus store is always nearby. So stop by Friendly Gus today. And don't forget to shop Cochran Brothers Cash and Carry for all your bulk item needs. Come by today and see why Friendly Gus has been serving Middle Georgia for over 100 years.
Hey, it's Stephanie at Shamrock Honda Kawasaki, and it's time to ride. We've got a great selection of Kawasaki's price to sell, like this Kawasaki 900 RS. You'll look great on this Kawasaki Retro Sports bike. So come in today and save big on this bike and many more Kawasaki motorcycles we have in stock at Shamrock Honda Kawasaki, 106 Savannah Avenue in East Dublin. 478-272-4563. Give us a call.
And we're back with some more Dublin football, Coach. We're getting ready to wrap things up for the first show. Looking for a scrimmage game here Friday night. Got Hawkinsville Red Devils coming into the Shamrock Bowl. 7:30 kickoff. Season tickets will be, it'll not be in your season ticket package that you get through the Touchdown Club. I believe you've got them through GoFan.
You can purchase all tickets on GoFan, and I'm sure Jason will put a link up on this show. But if you buy tickets to get in the Dublin game, you have to use your cell phone with the GoFan, that type thing. There's no cash admittance to our stadium. But our scrimmage game is a $10 fee, just like all of them. I'd encourage people to go by the board office at between 8 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon. You can buy season tickets. They're $50.
Right.
It's $10 a game. It's no different. But you don't have to use your phone. You don't have to do anything. There's an extra, actually a $1 surcharge that GoFan adds to the ticket. So you're saving some money by doing the season ticket. You don't have to stand in line. You can walk through. It makes it a much easier transition for home folks to go ahead and purchase the season ticket, join the Century Club.
Or even a better idea is join
the Century Club.
Join the Touchdown Club, get in touch with Alton Culver, our president.
And you can do that at the board office too. Miss Pam Jones over there will get you registered up, and you get 2 season tickets, which are non-reserve seating. You can upgrade to the reserve seating. You get a free parking right in front of the stadium. You get access to the tailgates.
New tailgate.
With no charge. You know, if you're a Century Club member, you're able to attend the tailgates. There's no charge to any of that. And then our banquet at the end of the year, you get 2 free tickets to the meal for the banquet. So
it's an awesome package.
Well, it's a great package. There's no way that it's not a savings. To join the Century Club. And when we say Century, I think the fee is $150. $175. And all of that is put into it, and it's all done, and and it makes it simple for you each week. And it helps our gate workers, and it helps our program when you do it that way. Thursday night for us is the Meet the Player night. It was a tradition before I got here, and we've continued to do it.
It's always a really great night.
Touchdown Club is going to serve their fried chicken, and we'll have all the different classes. One class brings salads, one class brings vegetables, one class brings bread, and the cheerleaders supply the desserts, and they're always phenomenal when they do that. But it's going to be at 6 o'clock. All parents are encouraged to be there.
They should be.
And we're going to introduce each one of our football players. We're going to introduce the coaches and the cheerleaders. And this way you can put a face okay, with a jersey number, because when they got the helmet on, you don't get to do that. And that's always a wonderful thing to have that. And it'll be in the school cafeteria. We're going to start at 6 o'clock. The game time is at 7:30 Friday night. The rules to be, it's our best will play their best for the first 8 minutes. The last 4 minutes of the first quarter and the first 4 minutes of the second quarter are what both coaches consider to be their second team.
Right. Twos.
We'll finish the rest of the first half, which is 8 minutes with best on best. We'll start the third quarter, 8 minutes, best on best. Then we'll do the last 4 minutes of our twos. So that time equals out to your starters playing a half, your backups playing a quarter, and then we'll use the fourth quarter for our junior varsity, freshmen, that type thing to play during the fourth quarter.
Right. Well, we want everybody to come out Friday night.
It's football season.
I mean, it's here. It's upon us. We're out here doing our first coaches show. I'm excited. You're excited, I know. I've been watching practices for the last couple of weeks. Kids put on pads this week. They're really popping out there, and I think everybody in town is ready to come out and see some action. I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up, Coach, and we'll come back next week with some highlights of the scrimmage game.
Hello fans, Ben Knight for Farmer State Bank. Friday night football and Farmer State Bank. As easy as FSB. Dedication, hustle, trust, commitment, and teamwork. Giving our all every day, just as our local football teams do every Friday night. Join us at Farmer State Bank and support your local team. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Matt Hatchett, representative for Lawrence County, is proud to support our local high schools, our East Orange Falcons, Trinity Crusaders, the Dublin High Fighting Irish, the West Orange Raiders. Matt Hatchett, representative for Lawrence County. Go team!